Hi, everybody. Welcome. I am very sorry for the impromptu update that I'm going to be hopping live tonight. I had been thinking about this all week, and in my head, I was like, I'm going to do Friday. I'm going to do a post to let everybody know that I'll be on live on Friday. And then I decided, I felt like today we all just need a moment to receive some Reiki, take a moment for ourselves, and do this a little bit before the full moon, because the moon is technically full tonight. So East Coast time, I believe it's at midnight. Don't quote me on that. I know that the lunar eclipse is going to start somewhere in 10 o'clock and it'll run through midnight. So I think the peak of the full moon is somewhere after midnight. But anyway, because of that, I kept thinking let's do Friday because it's on. I also thought it was the night of Friday, not the night of Thursday going into Friday. So I was just all wrong and delayed. So we are here, and thank you. Lakeisha, I'm glad you made it. So let's just talk about what is happening with this energy, and let's really just have some Reiki. If you can't tell, I'm definitely a little bit tired because it's how there are just those gloomy days. It has been raining on and off today, and it's just so gloomy. And it makes me just want to crawl back in bed. But anyway, I feel like this week has been bonkers with so many people passing on, especially Dolly Parton and Tim. I'm blanking out on his last name right now, but I just feel like energetically this week is super intense, and social media is intense, and talking to people is crazy. So I'm actually going to dive into the energy so we can explain more of why we're feeling how we're feeling. This eclipse may be stirring up things that may stir up things in unexpected and even disruptive ways, bringing new information, deep realizations, and aha moments that change how you see a situation. Something may suddenly become clear, what no longer fits, what has been draining your energy, or what you've been avoiding or refusing to see. Rather than trying to control what unfolds, this is a time to pause, listen, and pay attention to the messages that are coming through. So paying attention to our dreams, our intuition, what we're receiving in conversations with people, unexpected news, just whatever else, just being very aware of what you're having come towards you. I know my dreams have been extremely disturbing. Disturbing, I guess, isn't the right word. It's dreams that I normally don't ever dream about. It's a different style of dream is what I'm experiencing. So definitely a lot happening there, and you might be receiving a lot of wisdom there. So pay attention. If you are somebody, I've mentioned this before to you guys, if you're somebody who knows that you dream, but you have no idea what your dream was and you don't remember it at all, my best advice is to put a journal next to your bed. And as soon as you open up your eyes, grab a pen, grab the journal, and just start to write down what you remember to train your brain to start to remember your dreams. And it's going to take a little bit of time. It's an exercise, but that should help you to start to remember what it was that you were dreaming. And even if it's you only remember 2 words, that's perfect. What else is going on with this energy? Abrupt changes might be happening, endings, or even something returning from the past that you might have had closure for or clarity on, but you need to do more work on might be showing up. So don't be surprised if you're I did this work. Why are you here again? It's just to do a little bit more work and really close out the chapter. And this is really a deeper invitation to be truthful with yourself. Where are you overextending yourself? Where are you ignoring your body, your creativity, or your intuition? Are you holding on to a person, a habit, a belief, or a version of yourself that is taking more energy than it gives? These are kind of the questions that you can explore. Speaking about questions, I do have journal prompts for you in the description of this video, so check those out. These questions are in addition to those if you want to explore these type of things. And as always, just be willing to go as far deep as you want in your shadow, right? I know sometimes I don't have the resilience or the energy to explore, and that's okay. We can be in a space where we don't have to dive deep into things. We can just kind of like flow through it and allow what does need to come up to come up. We don't have to go like looking for it or finding it, if that makes sense. This eclipse asks us to release what is no longer aligned, strengthen our boundaries, and make space for something more authentic. What falls away may not always feel comfortable, but it can create the conditions for deeper compassion, growth, and transformation. And the message, you may not have all the answers yet, but pay attention to what is being revealed. Something is changing, shifting, and you are being invited to stop clinging to what no longer fits and trust where you are being led next. So definitely transformative energy here. I will just share with you guys what my experience has been in case if you're feeling something similar, because I don't think I'm alone in this. First off though, yes, happy Jupiter Day, Tom. Lakeisha, yeah, all over the place. It's been a lot. There's a lot happening for sure. Every day feels different. Your dreams have been feeling like James Bond movies. That's pretty epic, I must say. Having James Bond movie dreams. I played video games with my husband a few weeks back. Like we finished 2 full video games, and all the times when we would play the video games, I would end up having video game dreams, which was hilarious. I'd never experienced that before, and they are definitely more fun. So I definitely highly recommend being aware of what you're watching or doing 1 or 2, I guess 1 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. I find that anything in that time frame, whether it be social media, a show that you're watching, whatever it is, it does, well, for me, this may not be for everybody, but it typically often ends up being what is in my dream that night. And it's pretty consistent, especially if it's something that emotionally rocked me, certain shows. I would be having dreams of the show. But anyway, I digress. This energy for me has definitely been a wake-up call of realization of just let me actually realistically come to terms with certain desires that I've had in my life and the fact that they really may not come true. You know what I mean? They really may not happen. They're not happening at a time that actually would benefit my life in a timely manner. And I don't have to give up on it, but I have to accept of I have to pivot. I have to think of something differently. It's working how I've been doing it, but it's not working in the way in which it once was or how I've hoped, right? So that is always a really hard pill to swallow, but I've been facing that the last week of just coming to terms with certain aspects of my business or certain realities when it comes to YouTube, right? And the niche that I've picked and what I choose to do here and what type of videos I decide to create. So I've been on a spiral journey of that. But the other half of this that I just want to mention, and I feel like some people may relate to this very much, is oftentimes and a lot of times with all of this energy, it almost feels as if I'm just in the void again. I'm just in this black space and I don't always know the step to take. I don't always hear my intuition. I'm not always getting guidance. It's more of it's just a time where everything shuts down and everything's quiet and I kind of just exist. So if you're feeling in that space with this energy of you're not quite sure which way to go, you're still trying to figure things out, you're not fully hearing things or hearing guidance, whenever I always used to think mediums or people who are super spiritual, when they hear guidance, they're literally hearing a voice outside, right? They're hearing this. It's not always like that. It's really going to be based off of our strengths. So when we hear guidance, it could also be a feeling of guidance, or it could be it's not necessarily that literal, if that makes sense. It could be like a thought that does pop into your mind and you're like, oh, that feels good, it makes sense, and you like can't get rid of the thought type of thing. So I just say all of that to say, or to encourage you to like become aware and question things, but also allow yourself to just kind of be, if that's where you need to be, if that makes sense. Not every moon do we have to try to do the work. We don't always have to do the work, basically. Like, have that balance of like when you know it's time to push, where you have the energy to push, and then also like if your body is asking for you to slow down and chill out and be calmer, like do that. Like allow yourself to rest. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, Tom, I have a traditional chart. So Pisces is in my 12th house, but I don't have any planets in Pisces in my chart at all, if that makes sense. I'm like pulling my chart up to look. Yeah. My chart starts with Aries in the first house. So it's, yeah. The workaholic in me appreciates that message. Yes. Talk about a workaholic, David. You go so hard. Just allow yourself to relax, literally. So I'm glad you're on here live tonight, and I'm glad we can do this session. So that's about everything I'm going to cover. I think that's everything that I'm going to share. If you guys have questions, definitely let me know. I am here. I want to talk as much now because after the Reiki session, I do really just want to hop off and like let you guys enjoy and experience that feeling of Reiki and not like overload your brain and like get you thinking again. Like I want you to just like zone out and clock out for the night. Oh, thank you, David. You are the best. Always so generous on these lives with, I think they're called gifts and super chats. One or the other. Thank you though. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, back to this whole idea of like dreams and stuff like that from Tom. I noticed that when I fall asleep watching Walking Dead, I'm fighting zombies. Yeah, that's crazy. I would wake up like panicked. And from Krishna, totally the brain processes the things we watch and play the same way it processes reality, so our dreams will reflect them. Yeah, 110%. I always find it fascinating though when it's like so quickly, where it's like I literally watched this tonight and it's here in this dream tonight. You know what I mean? I find it fascinating, and it just is really cool to understand the power of all of this, right? Everything around us, the energy, what we expose ourselves to, remembering that power and how it does impact us. I think it's easy to like forget. So thank you both for sharing that. Okay, what else? I told you guys journal questions are in the description, so check those out. Let's move into Reiki. Before we completely hop into it, I'm going to give my spiel in case any of you are new here. And today we are going to use selenite, we are going to use hematite, and we are going to use clear quartz. So you don't need to keep your eyes open. You can 100% close your eyes while I'm sending the Reiki. You are not missing anything. These are the 3 crystals. And so what Reiki healing is and how it's different. I used to do this workshop in person, and maybe I'm going to try to start doing it again. Or maybe we'll do it here as a live, where we do a meditation first, and then we do meditation and Reiki, and you actually feel a difference of the Reiki energy being sent to you, and like how that feels and how it is different from just meditating. But essentially, Reiki is a energy healing modality. It is sent via the hands. It is not my energy. You're not getting me. I'm just channeling through this Reiki energy, and it is your soul communicating with the Reiki energy. And when that happens, the Reiki is going to flow wherever you need it, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It can help with things karmically. It can help with future goals. It can help clear up past emotional things that we're holding. It can help with physical pain. It can help with a lot of different varieties of things. You can use Reiki for future surgeries. You can use Reiki for your medicines, for your foods. As I said, like for future goals, like you can literally use it to help you manifest certain things. It's just ever present and is capable of transcending beyond distance and time. And this is why I'm able to send it from my house to your house. I'm able to send it via a video that I record or during a live, or if you're watching this on the replay of a live, my intention is that you're still getting the same healing that I'm sending to everybody here who is live. So that is a little bit about Reiki. My favorite thing about it is that it does help you just feel calm and relaxed and recentered, and it helps you work through emotions that you may not have known that one you needed to work through, or that mentally, like you don't have to mentally work through it in a way. Like I did therapy for many, many, many years. And one of the things with therapy is I can get really good at talking in and out of stuff, right? I can talk both sides. I could talk in circles. I could just talk and like try to say whatever I thought the therapist wanted to hear, right? Like there's all of that. With Reiki, there's no talking involved. It just helps you move through without having to use the mental power or having to have those conversations. And that's my favorite part about it. It just helps you transform, basically. So anyway, that's what Reiki is. There's definitely more to it. I can go on and on. And I do teach workshops if you are ever interested in becoming a Reiki 1 and 2 healer or a Reiki master. But let's talk about what you might experience, because that was a really, really, really long explanation. And thank you all for sticking around for it. So while I'm sending you this Reiki tonight, you might feel tingling in your hands and feet, other places in your body. You might feel waves of energy wash over you. You might feel cool sensations, warm sensations. You might feel tingling. You might gulp really hard. Your stomach might gurgle. That typically doesn't happen to people receiving. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it happens with like practitioners when they're sending it. You might feel as if you're traveling to different places. You may have emotions come up to the surface. You may have thoughts pop into your mind. Every single time you receive Reiki, it is completely different. It will go to different places. You will feel different ways. I think that's pretty much my spiel. I might be forgetting 1 or 2 things, but you guys get the gist. It's going to feel different than just meditating. So on that note, I'm going to invite you now to get comfortable. You can stay seated or close your eyes. I highly recommend you could stay seated or lay down. Clearly my brain isn't working well. I recommend laying down. I think this is a better experience if you lay down, and I do recommend closing your eyes. With your eyes closed, you will experience your other sensations more heightened. And like I said, there's nothing you need to see here. So go ahead and get comfortable. Grab a blanket if you get cold. I'm going to start playing some music, and then I will start sending you Reiki. I'm not sure if we played this one last time, but we will give it a go this time. Let me know if you guys are unable to hear that, but I think we should be good. And so as you're sitting here getting comfortable with your eyes closed, I just invite you to start to move your body a little bit, noticing any places where you feel tension, and taking a deep breath into those places. And gently exhaling. Take another deep breath, breathing into any places with tension. And as you breathe this breath in, invite softness to flow in, helping you to just release the tension, helping you to start to feel softer and more flexible. invite you to again take another deep breath in, really filling up all of those spaces where tension is, bringing softness, calming energy. And just allow yourself to feel even more and more relaxed. Letting your body come to just a peaceful place. And I invite you now just to think about whatever it is that has been coming up for you. Any frustrations, anything you've been holding on to, anything that is ready to change. And as you exhale, just see yourself releasing this. I ask this Reiki energy to help clear and cleanse away whatever it is you're ready to let go of. While I send you this Reiki energy, I just invite you to let your mind to become still, only allowing things that it is that you need to know to flow up to the surface in order for you to release them. Really just allow this time and space with me and this Reiki energy to help you become grounded and calm. Just feel yourself coming back into your body, allowing yourself to just feel safe amongst all the transitions or transformation that you're experiencing. With each breath that you take, allow yourself to just release more and more. Take another deep breath in, sending this calming energy to every single one of your cells, filling them with this beautiful, calming sensation, helping each of your cells to return to its natural state, soothing your nervous system, soothing every aspect of your body. And as your body feels calm, your emotions feel more and more settled. Your mind feels quiet. You are just here, listening to this music and receiving this Reiki energy. Allow this calming sensation to be amplified. Just take a moment now to check in with yourself, noticing what you might need, noticing how you now feel. I invite you now to imagine a beautiful gold light flowing in through the top of your head, down through your body, through every single limb, and out through the bottoms of your feet, down into the core of the earth. This light is connecting you and grounding you to the energy of the earth, as well as to the energy of the cosmos, allowing you to experience both aspects with ease, spiritual side as well as the earthy material, grounded side. I invite you now to start to become aware of your body, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch. Just bring yourself back into this room. And then whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes and come back to this moment. I invite you to have some water as you're probably thirsty, and the water will help with the Reiki healing that you just received. It'll help cleanse anything that came up to the surface. I did ask the Reiki healing to stay with you for as long as it is that you need it. So if anything pops up over the next few days, just know that the Reiki energy is still with you, and maybe the reason why things are popping up. So, Daniel, thank you so much for your generosity. That's so nice of you, and I'm so glad you love what I do. Thank you for all the support. It's comments like that that helps me keep on going and keep on creating when I definitely question if I should, But if anybody would like to experience a personal healing session with me, I do have links below, and it will be like this. You will have me live. I will answer other questions that you might have. I will tell you which of your chakras I see opened or closed. And anything else that I pick up on, if I do pick up on stuff, I may or I may not. I also bring in my crystals, so it's very similar to this, the personal sessions, but definitely more in depth. And I have 15-minute, 30-minute, or 60-minute. The session's the same. The only thing that changes is the time. So there's a link below for that. And I'm down. I do want to actually announce this. I'm sorry I didn't say it earlier. I am down to 1 love candle. That's it. So if you have always wanted to get a love candle, I highly recommend snagging it. That's the intention candle. So I do still have a decent amount of healing and in abundance left. And I might end up with a few other, maybe creativity or power. I have some at my friend's yoga studio, so I'm just hoping she is able to sell them all. But if not, I might be able to get some of those back, but it's like 1 or 2 of each. But I don't have them in my possession. So right now I have love, healing, and abundance, and just 1 love left. The astrology candles as well. I still have a decent amount left, in my opinion. I think it's a decent amount. So check out the website. Links are below if you're interested in candles and bringing them into your space to help you with manifesting and to work with candle gazing meditations. Tom, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel different. Amazing. The Reiki felt really strong for me towards the end. Like I can really feel it coming out of my hands. I also asked that the Reiki energy help cleanse every single person who is watching this, whether you are live with me or you're watching it on the replay, to cleanse your chakras, your meridians, and your nadis. And I also sent something called a Reiki wave over you at the end of it. So if you actually were able to really feel those or intuitively pick up on those, I did do that. I'm glad you're feeling much lighter, Tom. That makes me really happy and excited. You're so welcome, David. I hope you have no more classes tonight and you can just hop off. Thank you for your generosity. It's very, very sweet of you. So thank you. I think that's all the housekeeping. Like I said, I don't want to talk a ton to bring you guys out of whatever it is you just experienced. So I'm going to hop off. If you have questions, Tom, I put Nadis in the chat. Go ahead and Google it. It's like energy pathways in the bodies type of stuff with the meridians. But yeah, I hope this helped you all. Thank you all for being here. Drink some water, por favor, you need it. And I will see you guys in the next one. And if you guys are able to do it, definitely go outside tonight and check out the moon. I looked at the blood moon lunar eclipse a few years back and I tried streaming it, and it's so cool. I'm really hoping that the clouds in Jersey like disperse and we're able to see it from Jersey. Who knows? But if you are able to see it tonight, it is a sight to see. It is really like cool and spectacular, and yeah, I hope you're able to look at it. Okay. Anyway, love you guys lots. Thank you so much for being here. You're so welcome, Lakeisha. Have a good night, everyone, and weekend. Bye.